Hello everyone. I thank Yale-NUS College for inviting me to your virtual graduation ceremony. This message really goes out to all who will be graduating in 2020. And you know you are graduating in extraordinary times amidst a global crisis and challenge, which I think will define the character of this generation. COVID-19 has brought the world to a standstill as many countries, including Singapore, went into some form of lockdown. But at the same time, the virus spurred many heroes with different skills into action. Healthcare workers working around the clock to treat patients, save lives. Scientists and epidemiologists are devising the best public response to the outbreak and racing against time to develop better testing methods and ultimately a vaccine to defeat the virus. A large-scale crisis like this hurts the poor and the vulnerable most. So social workers and various community groups and volunteers, they are doing their best to bring assistance, comfort and solace to the weakest members of our society. Outside of the spotlight, no less important, IT people. Programmers are developing applications for contact tracing. As people hunkered down in their homes, their creations have kept education, food deliveries, entertainment, communication with friends and loved ones going. And even in the worst of economic times, there are opportunities, whether it is digital services, healthcare, logistics, food manufacturing, catering. Entrepreneurs, they continue to seek out these opportunities and do their best to create jobs for people. The works of creative talents continue to stream through our devices in videos, sketches, words. They keep our spirits high and our sense of humor intact. And even if you don't fall into any of the categories above, by staying home and minimizing contact with other people, you are doing your part to suppress the epidemic. The situation calls for the world to unite to fight a common enemy. Whatever our nationality, creed, or discipline, we are in this battle together. We all have something to contribute. Outside the confines of our homes, if we are an essential worker, inside, if you are not. At times like this, when all hands are on deck, we truly appreciate the value of a multidisciplinary education, such as what you have gone through at Yale-NUS. All our universities promote multidisciplinary learning, but the liberal arts education epitomizes this. Here, you have started learning to synergize different strengths of knowledge, energize your heart and your mind, learn to be creative yet logical, to examine issues, interrogate them at the margins, and yet grapple with core dilemmas that modern societies are facing, especially in the light of COVID-19. It takes a lifetime to master these skills, but you will do so. And when you do, you will discover your own purpose and place in life. I can understand many of you are disappointed there's no physical graduation ceremonies this year, but I think most of you have taken that in your stride and found new creative ways to remember the occasion. Ultimately, a ceremony is a relatively small thing compared to what you have learned here and the difference you can make to society and people around you in the decades to come. And for many of you, I think the biggest takeaway of your university education are the friendships and the bonds you have forged. Yale-NUS is the most culturally diverse school amongst all the universities in Singapore. And all of you, regardless of which country you are from, are going through a defining moment in your lives and in human history. COVID-19 is like a big reset button for the global economy. Old value chains, trade networks, power configurations, they will all be reshuffled. It's like you're playing a video game, you have reached level 10, and suddenly you have to restart the game at level 0. New setting, new characters, new powers, new weapons. What is constant are your skills, your capabilities, and your instincts. When we commemorated Singapore's bicentennial last year, President of Yale-NUS, Professor Nan Tai-yong, he talked about the fate of cities like Singapore amidst the ebbs and flows of history. We lived through the era of Temasek, were part of the Malacca and Johor Sultanates, a colony of the British Empire, and now an independent city-state in a globalized world. And now it is your turn to collectively reimagine and create a post-COVID-19 Singapore. I can't think of a more significant time to graduate. I wish all of you the very best in your journey ahead. It won't be easy, but I think you are as ready as a young person can be. So be curious, be courageous, be kind. Congratulations, and off you go.